Welcome back to episode 68 of The Gift of the Gab. What you got for us? She's back.
I'm back.
Back again.
And I'm better.
I feel like that should have been a song.
I'm back and I'm better. By Scintilla. Anyways, no, I can't remember how the song goes. Can you imagine going missing and then joining your own search party?
I saw the headline, but I didn't actually read it. What happened?
So, a Turkish guy, he was in his 50s. He went for a night out, as you do. And then he went missing. And I believe he went missing in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went wandering in a forest or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So after his friends couldn't find him, they then reported him missing.
As you do.
And then volunteers were out in the area looking for him. And then the 50-year-old man decided to help look, not realizing that the group was looking for him.
They didn't have posters handing out like, have you seen this guy?
It was all, I'm guessing it was all within the same day or the same
they didn't have
couple
time
of days.
to
Yeah. So now he finally asks, like,
who are we looking for?
Who are we looking for? And once they begin to say his name, he confirms, that is I. That is me.
I would have loved to be there for the reaction.
Can you imagine? Like, you walking along, like, how long do you think he was walking along looking for this person?
Not knowing too long, hopefully.
Because he was looking for.
I would have thought he would have asked and been like, oh yeah, what does the person look like?
No, but I think maybe he was like, I don't know, maybe when I hear of a search party, I'm thinking of like, I'm looking for a dead body or...
Well, I'm still going to know boy, girl.
Yeah, but if you see a dead body, you see a dead body,
I guess.
You? So no matter if the man is old or young, dead, alive.
Then what if you see a young dead body and you were looking for an old one? Now you like, oh, there's two dead bodies.
Yeah, but you're gonna point that out, aren't you?
I guess, but I would at least want to know what I'm looking for.
He finally did ask. No, guys, what are we looking for?
Was he still drunk? Must have been.
maybe, but he was sober enough to help look for the rescue party, which was lovely of him.
Well, at least they had a happy ending.
Is that a happy ending?
Well, that he was found alive and safe?
I guess so. That he was found alive and safe and walking and kicking.
Yeah, that sounds a happy ending. Usually those search parties stories don't really end that happy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you put it like that.
Yeah. I've got another. Have you heard of... So there was a viral video going around.
Yes.
Talking about soaking.
Soaking.
SOAK. Soaking. And she, in this video, explains that in the Mormon community, or like amongst like, young people, to circumvent breaking the religious laws.
Yeah.
That some of them do something called like the naughty ones, I guess, do soaking, which is basically they put the P in the vagine.
Oh, okay.
And
the P in the vagine.
And instead of having intercourse, so that they're not, losing their virginity, they don't move. They just stay there.
What?
And that is called soaking. And she was saying, like, she was like describing, like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. Like, she was describing the story, and she was like, yeah, it's called soaking. Like, you put the P in the vagine and you just stand still.
So the lala is in the tinky.
No, the tinky is in the lala.
Oh, the tinky is in the lala, obviously.
And there's no movement because that movement constitutes the intercourse. So they feel like, they're circumventing.
And this is the problem with not allowing young people or your kids to do certain stuff. Like, you see how they're taking the smallest things in life and they're like, wow, we're going to soak. And, they're like, oh, yes, we've done it. We've had intercourse.
No, they say that they're trying not to have intercourse. Because they don't want to be sinning, because
they're sinning already.
No, but in their heads, they're like, if I'm not moving, it's not intercourse.
What?
That's basically their rules around it. Like, haven't you ever heard, like, the rumor is that some naughty Catholic girls would take it in the the derriere instead of in the vagine, because technically they hadn't lost their virginity.
No,
that's basically like a circumvention around.
But they're still doing it though.
But it's the circumvention, and it doesn't stop there. So have you heard of a jump humper?
What?
So basically, she was explaining that sometimes they get like a
jump hunter,
a jump humper.
Can we stop so that I can like maybe guess what it could be?
Okay, what's a jump humper?
I would like you guys to comment down below what you think a jump humper is
in this scenario.
Okay, now my guess. A jump humper.
Yeah.
So that it would be the tinky is in the lala, and then they have one little thrust movement.
So you're jump humper. You're close. So you have a third party who's jumping on the bed, so that you're going. So you're not moving.
Oh my god!
But the bed is moving you whilst you're soaking.
What? So they now involve a third person.
So technically, you're
so
not.
It sounds like threesome now.
You're not doing the intercourse because the bed is just jumping and you're just jumping.
Oh my god!
But whilst you're in this soaking position.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, they are definitely throwing in a few thrusts in there for free. They are not just soaking. If you've gone to this extent, you done your sin.
Do you know what? Yeah, I want to know who thought of this and was like, yes, this is the loophole to the rules.
Yeah, I think more people than you would probably think.
No, but I'm saying who thought of this, and that I was like,
and who was like, we need a jump humper. You know what would make this soak better? If we had a jump humper.
That is so sad.
But yeah, that was the video that was going. It was a TikTok video, and it was going pretty viral. I'll play it for you.
Young Mormons, usually like teenage to college student kind of age, are very sexually repressed. Because obviously they're not allowed to touch themselves, they're not allowed to look at anything sexual, they're not allowed to even like hug or kiss anybody for an extended period of time. But sometimes it gets to a point where they just can't help themselves. So soaking is a thing that happens. That is basically where the boy puts his penis inside the girl and then they just hold still. No thrusting, because that would be sex. But if you put it in and you just sit there and don't move, it doesn't count. It sounds like I'm making that up, but I promise you that is a thing that happens in Provo, Utah every day.
Things.
Well, it's the Mormon community. Well, not all of them, but I guess the sexually repressed ones, as the girl said in the video, that some of them will result in soaking and jump humping. So, new fact for you. I never knew. In Provo, Utah, she said, or somewhere in Utah. I don't know. I don't know where in Utah. And did you hear?
No,
Mr. I Believe I Can Fly was found guilty of all charges.
Do you know what? Now that you say that song, I caught myself singing it at work. And I said, no, you are not allowed to sing this song. Do you think it's kind of like a crime to sing these songs now by him?
Not a crime, but
especially
I think it is frowned upon.
When you've heard that they have other meanings. Because I Believe I Can Fly has such face value, has such a good meaning, I believe I can, yeah, it's like a good message. But then when you hear like, oh no, actually there was another message behind it. Oh, some of his other songs, it's like, oh,
a bit weird.
Ooh, it's a bit awkward.
It's a bit
awkward turtle.
Yeah, there are a few songs of R. Kelly that I didn't know was his song, that I would just, I guess, sing and then not know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I had to kind of just cut that out, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can't. I guess can you separate the artwork from the person? I mean,
it depends what kind of artwork they're doing.
How good is the artwork? I'm joking, but essentially that is how it is for some people. It's like, how good is the artwork, or how bad is the crime?
It depends what artwork they're doing.
But for R. Kelly, it's just like, ugh.
I
can't do it.
I think it's different if it was actual art to music art, because with music they're actually
No,
is
I
like
don't
a
think
message.
so. Because I think if a famous painter was like a serial rapist, people wouldn't be queuing up to buy his painting.
No, but there's a difference between you singing a song.
I guess I know what
and
you're
you
saying.
having a painting, because you can this is a lovely painting.
No, but that's what you're saying. Like there could be an abstract photo of a woman in the painting, and then you find out that he's like raped many women.
Oh Jesus!
And now you're like, oh, was he painting one of his victims?
Oh my God! You would have had to make it go there.
No, because that's the same equivalency with the song.
No, it is true when you say it like that.
Singing it about a girl, like not in, I believe, but in his other songs, like if there's like a girl in the lyrics or like the target of the song, you're now questioning, is this about one of his victims?
No, you're true. When you put it in that form, you're absolutely right.
Oh, you hear that? I'm gonna.
And all of a sudden, we don't believe we can fly anymore.
Exactly, we don't believe, and
let's have our feet on the ground.
Yes. What else you got for us?
I just put pepper in my eye.
I think got a little bit in mine too.
Oh, that's great. So we both got pepper in our eye.
Yeah, we had some really spicy wings. Tia couldn't hack it.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, so we had Pepe's extra hot extreme peri wings.
So Benjamin lets me know that he wants. Well, let's start from the very beginning.
We don't have time for the beginning.
If we're being absolutely honest, so Benjamin said he was treating me to chicken because we're both on a diet. He's treating me to chicken. Come to find out, he's been craving peri chicken all week, and he's just using me as an excuse.
Were you not treating into it?
No, because you wasn't treating me. It's something that you wanted, and you were using me as an excuse to get it. And then when Deliveroo wasn't working, you were then all hungry.
I was hungry like the Snickers advert.
You know, it took you 4 hours. That's some people's shifts.
That it wasn't my fault. It was Deliveroo's fault.
You could have gone into labour and had the baby. Wipe the baby down.
I was waiting for the store.
You still wouldn't have
for the store to accept orders. The store wasn't accepting orders.
4 hours, guys, before he ordered the food.
It was absolutely worth it. The wings were spicy and lovely.
I didn't even finish my story. Then he tells me, "Oh, what do you want? But remember, I'm going to order wings." Then he orders Ghost Hot or whatever.
They were just called Extreme.
Extreme Hot.
Just Extreme, no hot at the end. Just extreme wings, and they were tasty.
They were very hot. They were not English people hot. Like they were when you say
Tia couldn't handle it.
No, it's not that I couldn't handle it. It was just I was just not expecting that as well.
Yeah, Tia couldn't handle it.
Whatever.
She struggled to handle the wings, but I enjoyed them, and they were tasty. Oh. Actually, I've got some recommendations. This week, I've been watching quite a few shows.
Yes.
Midnight Mass, my first show to recommend. I've told you to watch it already. I'm going to tell you again. If you haven't watched it, guys, it's on Netflix. It was just released. And essentially, it's about a small little island, like everyone knows each other sort of island.
Mm-hmm.
No one really leaves this island. Everyone kind of stays the same. They fund the really old priest to go on like a religious journey. He's going to like Jerusalem or something to walk the same steps as Jesus. And whilst he goes, he falls ill, and like the church send this younger priest back to the island to like take over his services whilst he's temporarily like recovering.
Yeah.
And strange things start to happen.
Oh God.
Like good and bad strange things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially where the story begins. It's well worth the watch. One of the best limited series I've seen this year or in recent times. And another one that I'm watching is called Squid Game.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just said that is tipped to be the biggest ever show on Netflix.
It's number one.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
On Netflix. And it's pretty good so far. It's South Korean, but they've dubbed over in English.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say give it a watch. I'm not going to say what that one's about. Actually, I will say it's about gamblers. They enter a game, like this company or this organization gives them a chance to win money to end their debts. Mm-hmm. So they enter this game. And that's all I'll say. And neither of which you've watched.
No.
I think we're going to end it here. That's been it, and that's been us. Thank you for listening to The Gift of the Gab, episode 68. I've been your host, Ben.
And I've been Tia.
And You can find us everywhere at BT Smalltalk. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, and share what you think about the stories today. What episodes or what TV series you're watching on Netflix, and what recommendations you've got for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ciao.
Ciao.